SkyALERT Weather with Chief Meteorologist Gary Frank.
We are still the area that is the warmest, the only area with the reds, but not necessarily seeing any of those numbers below freezing at the moment. Look, even in Calgary, above freezing, 2 degrees above it, and a lot of warmth starting to spread throughout the western region. The only single digits we see is in Montreal, but for the most part, even warming up to areas that saw that ice storm. Look, 60s, 70s. And we're seeing a lot of snow move through areas north again, but that is typical of the Great Lakes region at this time of the year. Now, as we're a little bit closer to home, we talked about records, and we tied it today in Imperial. That was set also back in 1981. And look at this one, Yuma, 88 degrees, 1930 was the last time we saw 88 on this date. Everywhere else, very close, but very warm in turn, and not above 90. We saw it around the area yesterday, and there are some localized areas that saw 90, but right now 85 degrees is tied for the warmest spot on the map. Yuma, Imperial, El Centro, 82s everywhere else. Our dew points rising a little bit, and then I'll keep our temps up a little warmer over the next couple of hours as we still have that moisture in the air with a nice variable breeze throughout the area of 5 to 10. We're going to see some high clouds stream in from the west. You're already seeing them right now, and with the sunset later, as these clouds come a little bit closer, we'll see an excellent time outside. In fact, if you have seen outside today, President's Day, we talked about it. How about that right there? That's just what we like to see. Old Glory flying very nicely on this President's Day with just a light breeze. Very nice, and we'll continue to see equal breezes throughout the rest of the next several days. Now, moving on towards tomorrow, speaking of breezes, not much of one. We'll start off with a light breeze, 51 in the morning. Noontime, 80 degrees, light winds, and then 86. So very similar, except we'll have a few more clouds in our skies. In Yuma, 56 to 81, and then 87 degrees. So this is not going to be a record high tomorrow, but very near it as we see just a few high clouds stream in from the west. But we're going to see more clouds on tap for us as we look at precision cast. Let's look up to the northwest. That's where we start to see a thicker deck of clouds that starts to move slowly towards our area early Wednesday, and then late Wednesday, that's when they start to move out. And here it is on water vapor imagery. There's that dry slot of air. But look at the moisture streaming in. That is part of the cloud cover that we're going to see even more so as you watch this image pause. That's the most moisture, and that's where we're going to get it from here. As far as temperatures are concerned, will they be moved too much? Well, high pressure starting to lose its grasp on our area just slightly, and as our temperatures will mild only slightly. Milder only slightly because it's only going to get down to 79. We're not going to get real taste of winter, but it is only going to be about 5 degrees above average as opposed to the 10 that we endured today and will endure for much of the next several days. It still means that we're going to see an excellent weekend in both Imperial Valley and Yuma as we see our temps near 80 or just above it. Mostly sunny conditions, an excellent weekend and week on tap. Steve in Manila.